Hi animal lovers, welcome back to the Animal Edit. Today's video is not specifically about animals, but it is nature related. So I'm sneaking it into the Animal Edit. And it's basically about Mercury Retrograde, which is when the planet Mercury appears to be going backwards in the solar system. And if you haven't heard of it before, it happens a few times a year at specific times, and it has a few implications. And the reason that I'm aware of this is I've heard of it like over the years a few times, and I'm sort of not aware and conscious of it all the time, but occasionally I'll notice that a few things seem to be going wrong or going backwards. Which has happened to me a little bit lately, and it actually, like yesterday, something happened and I thought, I wonder if Mercury's in retrograde, and I looked it up, and sure enough, we are smack bang in the middle of a Mercury retrograde. So I will link to an article below which will explain it a lot better than I can, but basically it means that Mercury appears to be going backwards, and Mercury rules things like travel, agreements, I think communication, and there's something else, but there's a few do's and don'ts during a Mercury retrograde. This one that we're currently in is from the 12th of August until the 31st, and then I think there's a bit of a kick-on period until about the 5th of September. So during this period, it's a good idea to not sign any new contracts if you can avoid it, because things can go wrong and things can be not communicated clearly because Mercury rules communication. But if you do have to sign new contracts or set up new agreements, it's best to review them like 3 or 4 times, make sure that everything is in order. It also rules travel. So if you're traveling during this time, expect delays and expect things to go wrong, and do things like take a book and make sure that you've got something to do while you wait for your train or your plane or whatever it is to arrive. It's all about things starting with RE, like review, renew, I think reunion, all those kinds of words. So you might find that people from your past show up unexpectedly. And it's just a time to be a bit more patient with everyone, because things can go a little bit haywire, more so than usual at this time. The flip side, and you'll see in the article if you have a look at it, that the very last paragraph is my favourite part, and it basically says that it's a period where you can finish projects that you have started. Like, we all start things that we don't finish, and so Mercury retrograde is a good time not to start new things, which means that it's a good time to finish off anything that you have started. And so, yeah, I've been feeling like there's a few things that I've started that really need to be tied off. There's a few loose ends that need to be tied off. So I think instead of starting anything new during this time, in the next few weeks, I'm going to focus on tying off a few of those things that I feel like they need to be finished. So I think that's a really nice way of looking at a period of time that can be quite challenging. An extra thing that I might not have mentioned, and this is an important one, is to back up your data and anything electronic. So make sure you have a backup of your computer, your contact lists, photos, anything that's important to you. Make sure you've got a backup. So I realise this isn't really strictly related to animals for the Animal Edit, but it is related to the natural world, and it's something that I'm interested in. So I hope this was a little bit interesting. I hope this is helpful If things feel like they've been a little bit haywire for you lately, it might be because of Mercury Retrograde. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you again tomorrow with another video.